I've seen this same mistake over and over. And this is what I want to tell y'all. When y'all get rich, this is very important, what you need to know. When you get rich, you can't tell a soul because everybody is not happy for you. You know, we've been living in this world where everybody want to show off and show what they're doing and post it on social media, but you have to be different because everybody's not happy for your success. And this is the things that you need to know, because if you go down the same path and you make the same mistakes, you're not going to enjoy your money how you need to enjoy your money. It's going to become a disaster because a lot of people feel like they need to validate themselves or tell people how much money that they have. But in reality, it's nobody's business how much money that you have. So don't make that same mistake. So when you get rich, you can't tell a soul. You have to keep it on the low because, like I told you, people is really not happy for you. They're going to act like they're happy for you, but in reality, they're going to be talking about you behind your back. So that's why you just need to just keep it to yourself. It's really not important what people need to know about you. Nobody should know your net worth because let's just talk about it. Let's just be for real because so when you have a bunch of money, you know that term that they say, more money, more problems. Well, I really believe that it's true because once you get more money, you get more people asking for favors. You start becoming depressed because you start feeling like nothing is really genuine because people just value money more than they need to value money. And I know it sounds terrible, but this is the crazy world that we're living in. And you just got to take the situations for what it is. So whenever you come across your wealth, just keep it to yourself. I know sometimes you want to feel like you want to talk your talk and walk your walk. But at the end of the day, it's really not important. Because once you start doing that, you're going to start seeing the envy in people. People are going to start saying you changed. But in reality, you didn't change. The people around you changed. Because not everybody wants you to do them a favor. Everything involves your money with the favor, with the investments. And if you say no, now they looking at you like you the enemy. So, in reality, to keep friendships the way that they're supposed to be handled, just don't do anything dealing with money. That's a lesson that y'all have to learn. Because if you don't learn that lesson, it's going to come back to haunt you. And then so many friendships are broken over money. And so many relationships are broken over money. I'm going to just keep it real. And I know it's sad to say, but sometimes that's why people are together. They say sometimes love comes with a price. And I know that's crazy to say, but the proof is in the pudding. It is what it is. So that's why I just want you to just don't tell no one. You just got to act like you broke. Because if you act like you rich or they know you rich, people are going to try to sue you. And I know that's crazy because everybody's looking for an easy come up. And they looking at you like you supposed to take care of them. Everybody's looking like they entitled to your money, especially the people that you know. I remember when I was watching this Netflix special, it had Chris Tucker on there, right? I'm a big fan of Chris Tucker. He's my favorite comedian. But he told a key joke on that stand-up. He said, when I did Rush Hour, when my family found out how much I was making, all of them just up and quit their jobs. They was walking around singing songs talking about, we rich, we ain't got to do shit. Y'all better get y'all jobs back before it's too late. And that was really funny because they already making plans with your money. So next time you try to meet a special someone, they want you to just do everything for them. And then the more you do for somebody, the more they're going to resent you. And I know that's crazy because you think you can help somebody, but some people just don't want to be helped. So you just can't tell no one. And I know people are going to say you just being stingy and selfish. But at the end of the day, you got to stop caring what people think. You can't do what people want you to do based off their liking. Because just because they feel a certain way and you trying to live up to their standards and be what they want you to be. And if you're not being what they want you to be, you're selfish and you're a loser. Forget what they're talking about. Well, be selfish and losers to their eyes. It doesn't matter, because that's what people keep going wrong at. Because you have a right to feel how you want to feel. But just because you feel a certain way, that doesn't make you right. So forget how you feel. So once you start learning that and you stop caring what people think, it's not that big of a deal. So that's why you just need to just keep it to yourself, man. Because you thinking that you just trying to share some good energy and some good information to people, a lot of people ain't happy for you. So that's why you can't tell nobody. So that's when I be looking at them celebrities' net worths on Google. And this is a topic we got to talk about. Do y'all really think them celebrities is worth that much? Because in reality, I think them celebrities' net worths on Google, I bet you most of them worth more than that. That ain't their real net worth, because they ain't nobody business how much money I'm making. The only person that would know my real net worth if I had money is the bank, if I'm trying to get a loan. Other than that, you wouldn't know my net worth. Because a $20 haircut would cost me $5,000. If you look on Google and you think my net worth is that much, you will never know. Because once you tell people how much money you got, they look at you like you dollar signs, like you the money man. They only value what they can get from you. Even if you really don't have any money, people always call you and ask you to do something for them, what they can get from you. And if you're not doing what they tell you to do, you consider selfish or a loser based on how they feel. So you can't live up to nobody's expectations, and you can't be what people want you to be. You can only be what you can be. So when you tell people your money, your net worth for real, and you gotta validate yourself, you're going about it all wrong. You're making a big mistake. So stop making those big mistakes, because it's only going to destroy your life, your friendships that you thought you had. And a lot of things become ruined over money because people value money. That's why a lot of people, they don't know how to generate revenue, because they don't know how revenue works, because they value it too much. So that's what I want to tell y'all, because it's scary out here, man. So you just got to learn that lesson, because you're going to start seeing that people is not genuine no more. Then you're going to start to question, was they ever genuine from the get-go? And you would never know that. But it seems like once the money comes, it reveals people's true character. Because you can act how you want with your money. And then once you start to do something for somebody, just put yourself in that position. Let me talk about this situation. Have you ever tried to do somebody a favor and you took time out your day trying to help them out and they still didn't appreciate it? Just ask yourself that. How many times have you done that? You like, I took time out my day to do you a favor. And then once I'm trying to do you a favor, you still don't appreciate it? So it's really a loss if you do and a loss if you don't. So you got to make the best decision what's right for you. Sometimes you got to give people tough love. You got to love them from a distance. Because people out here will trip over your money. You can't be upset how a person spends their money. You got to start taking accountability for yourself and learn how to get your own money and generate your own money so you can regulate your money. So that's my view on that situation. But let me tell you about another situation that I know about. I seen a while back. I don't know if y'all a fan of rap music. I don't know if y'all familiar with this rapper, but he's a very known rapper. Even if you don't know this rapper, he has a good song that's a classic. It's going to last forever. It's called Young Jock Is Going Down. Now, he was on Vlad, and he was talking about when he made the Forbes list. Then he was saying that He loaned people $1,000 and things like that. He was doing business deals with people. And then once it came out on the Forbes list that he made $10 million, the same people that he loaned $1,000 to was like, they was like, you could have gave me $10,000 if your net worth was $10 million. And then the people that he was doing business with, they turned around and said, dang, you trying to lowball me? So he was like, when Gucci Mane put it in a rap saying he didn't want to go broke like Jock, all the phone calls stopped. So when people thought he was broke, didn't nobody check on him but one person. And that's crazy. Only one person checked on him, but everybody was tripping when he made $10 million on Forbes. So when Gucci put that in the rap, he said Gucci Mane saved his life. He didn't have to worry about no more stress of people begging, because after Gucci Mane said he was broke, didn't nobody even check on him. So ask yourself that. And that's going to answer your question, the reason why I said that. So if you make Forbes and they know you made 10 million, everybody blowing up your phone, and then Gucci Mane put you in a rap and say that you broke, and people just stop calling you. So what you want to tell people how much money you got anyway? So they could blow your phone up. What, you want some attention? So the love is not really even real. The love is not even genuine. And then once Jock went broke, which I don't really believe he's broke, people were saying like, that's just crazy how he just went broke. But the phone calls just stopped. And he said only one person really checked on him and asked, was he all right? All the people who was blowing up his phone when they thought he had money or whatever, they stopped calling him. So that's why it's important. Whenever you get money, don't tell nobody, because they praying on your downfall. And you'll be surprised how many people that's just praying for you to fall on the low. But they act like they cheering for you in public, but they're really not. They don't even like your post on social media. They don't do none of that. They don't even share your posts. And it don't even cost nothing. So I know this world is a strange world that we living in, where everybody feel like they need to show what they're doing, show how much money they got. And some people just gonna hate on you. They're gonna think you showing off just to be a show off. And deep down inside, the people that's hating on you, they really not happy within themselves. I'm gonna just keep it real. They may not admit it, but majority of the people, they not happy. So that's why whenever you get any riches in your life, you just can't tell nobody. And I know you want to tell your friend here, your friend there, and your friend over there. But don't do it. Do you know people who win the lottery, sometimes they go on that lottery thing and they don't even show their face. They put a mask on because they don't want people in their community to know they hit the lottery. Because when you got all that money coming, everybody trying to come get it. Everybody trying to sue you. I remember a situation I seen a while back with Jerry Seinfeld. When he was doing the interview, right? This girl kept asking him for a hug. She was like, can I get a hug? He was like, nope. She was like, why not? He was like, nope. She act like she was about to cry. She was like, I really can't get a hug? He was like, no. I'm not touching you. I don't know you. She walked off. And then once she walked off, he was like, who's that? So then they interviewed him after he didn't give the girl a hug. And the reason why he said he didn't give the girl a hug is because he was like, the reason why I didn't give her a hug is because if I would have hugged that woman and I didn't know who she was and I just gave her a regular hug, it could have been a lawsuit. She could have said I did anything to her when I hugged her and sued me. And I didn't even think about it like that. And the people in the comments were saying that too. They said, I don't blame Jerry Seinfeld. He worth $800 million. He can't be hugging anybody because people trying to get your money. So once they know your net worth, and he probably worth more than that. It said like 800 million. He probably a billionaire. He probably been a billionaire for so long now you don't even know it. But he ain't about to share that. And that's how it really goes. That's what I believe. That's my opinion. I could be wrong, I could be right about net worths, but I don't believe that, man. I think they got more money than what they talking about because you will never know how much they worth. A lot of people say they not worth that much. Some people believe they worth under that. But I believe majority of them, they worth way more than that. And that's my take on the situation. Let me know if y'all like this topic. And I'm going to see y'all on the next one. Peace.